Oh, hey there, those of you from Marine Fighting Teams 42. Welcome to another Selachian punching clinic with your captain, Tiberius Shermaine, otherwise known as Captain T. Welcome to another clinic in kicking ass and chewing bubblegum. Crack open a cold one with your boys. And let's get ready to punch some sharks. Have you considered that right now you are sitting in a comfortable submarine base and not wearing a kick-ass exosuit punching sharks in the goddamn face? Because if so, why not? Oh, that's right, Clef. You're so bougie that you can't drink the cheap stuff. I see you over there. In case you're new here, normally some loser named Dr. Sherman teaches you guys about deviants contained by the SCP Foundation. Well, those guys can suck eggs, because here we are going to discuss the true calling of the universe, which is punching sharks in their shark faces. Damn right. Junior researcher Alex, welcome to the Shark Punching Center, even if it's just for a minute. You need to be in your bunk going to sleep if it's at your time zone. Drowsy, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member. Party Bread, if you are underage to drink, do not drink. That is against center protocol. You can crack open a cold ginger ale with the boys. Sheeny, good to see you in the chat. Hope you're ready for some fisticuffs. Edward, you got a bad transmission? Punch your Wi-Fi until the signal works. That's the only way to do things. This is a standard shark punching clinic. We are here for the next 3 hours. I am here, your captain of all things, fisticuffs, to show you guys the best ways to punch sharks, the best sharks to punch. Spoiler alert, it's all of them. And we are going to, yes, Sheeny, percussive maintenance all over the Wi-Fi and all over these sharks. Kyla, thank you for your first donation of today's clinic. I hope you grab yourself a nice pair of boxing gloves on your way past the armory. Hi, Dr. Sherman. What Dr. Sherman? I don't see that loser here. All I see is a person who is ready to punch some sharks. Hey, Tiger, intern Tiger, I see you in the chat. Are you asking if shark punching is safe? Not only is it safe, it is the only way to save humanity from the threat of sharkicism. It is your duty to punch sharks. Now, I hope for just a second that you are a tiger and not a tiger shark. I'm watching you. Orange Cloud, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go ahead and grab yourself some brass knucks on your way past the armory. Don't tell Dr. S, but I've had contact with SCP-729-J. That deviant thing? Oh no. There's a lot of sharks that need to be punched, but I tell you what, that thing needs to be punched above all things. It is the sharkest non-shark entity to be sure. Seagull, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself some barbed wire wraps for your knuckles on your way past the commissary. I'm liking this whole punching thing way better than them SCP nerds. Damn right, Seagull. Damn right. Those nerds have nothing on the center. Kyla, thank you for donating to this clinic again. Wolf, Dragon, Shark, da-na-na-na. I got no idea what you're talking about. but I am not at all worried about wolves, and I'm not worried about dragons. But sharks, though, they don't need any extra guff. They've already got too many teeth. They've already got too many fins. I do not need them getting extra skills. I don't need them with extra buffs. Those sharks, the only buffs they need is buff dudes punching them in the face. Drowsy, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself some boxing gloves with horseshoes sewn into the interior to cheat and punch those sharks even harder on your way past the armory. 1.5 mil equals your hot chip challenge. Did that loser Dr. Sherman do a hot chip challenge or something? God, probably wham all the way to the commissary to grab some iced tea and iced milk like a loser. Instead, we already know what's gonna happen. At 2 mil, we're doing the hot gummy bear challenge. Far superior to the hot chip. That's what I've been told. That's what I'm here for. Dr. Sherman won't even know what hits him. Oh, if he were a shark, then he would know what would hit him. My fist! Lunar, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. I want you to go dip your hand in liquid iron and pull it out to have a iron fist for punching sharks on your way past the armory. Shark punching, I'm in. I'll get my unit. Hell yeah! That's how we do it. Orange Cloud, thank you for donating to this clinic again. I'm gonna use my robot arm, now with brass knucks, to punch the OG Meg. That Megalodon won't know what hit it. Hell yeah! Go, make sure, if you're going after that, I highly suggest using one of our Shark Punching Center exosuits. You put that on, and you feel like you could punch 1,000,000 sharks at once. Ultimate power! Hell yeah! Why is this a shark punching stream? And where's Dr. Sherman? Hey, Dr. Coffee. You some nerdy doctor or something? I don't know where Dr. Sherman went. All I know was I was watching the epic battle yesterday between the Shark Punching Center's main home base, the center, the glorious Fist Tower, being attacked by the devious Mr. Hands. I was watching the whole thing went down, and one of our brave captains went forth and with some sort of deviant weapon, which we don't approve of. It's against the rules. The refs allowed it though because the base was being attacked or something. But that captain flew through the air with a omega punch that broke Mr. Hands' abyssal gem and saved the Shark Punching Center home base. And all of a sudden, I'm here. And so what am I gonna do when I'm here? What do I always do? I recruit and I upgrade your skills at shark punching. You're all with me now. I don't know where that nerd is. Maybe he'll be back. Not my problem. Sheeny, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a handful of car keys with the key sticking out the side so that you're spike punching the sharks. I've done the Little Nitro Challenge twice, and that mess hit your stomach like a lead ball, otherwise survivable. Duly noted. I'll make sure to put the proper preparations into withstanding such a punch in the gut from a shark-like entity of spikes. Orange Cloud, thank you for donating again to this clinic. Dr. Sherman's ace, what are you? Just curious. I have one love, and it's punching sharks. Nothing else matters except the sweet, sensual feeling of knuckles against a snout. What else do you need in life? I don't know, and you don't either. There ain't nothing better, baby. Also, Captain Tiberius is shark punch sexual. Damn right, Clef. Damn right. Caracal, Thank you for your first donation to today's clinic, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some thumbtacks that you could hold between your fingers to do more spike punches to the next shark you come across when you're at the commissary. Instructions unclear. Gave head pats to Hammerhead. Head pats? Well, they had better been with a closed fist. Damn it. Mr. Salty, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself some good knuckle wraps to protect your fists for when you're punching sharks. Is there an SPC version of the UIU? Okay. So what I have a feeling of is some of you are used to dealing with some multiversal BS where there's a global hegemony that isn't run by shark nemesis. Okay? So I'm gonna have to speak your language, I guess. Let me pull up on the Shark Punching Center's database. You know them as groups of interest, is what I'm hearing. And so in the sharkest timeline, we call it, the sharkest timeline, you have Sharkicism, which is a whole two groups of shark religion. Abyssal Sharkicism and Surface Sharkicism. While the two share a name in theology, only Abyssal Sharkicism has any real power. So, Sharkists are dedicated to the direct worship of SPC 001. They originated in the now sunken city of Adytum. Surface Sharkists live primarily on dry land and have almost nothing in common with the Abyssal cousins. Many of them are essentially baseline humans who find the theology or aesthetics of Abyssal Sharkists appealing for some insane reason. Abyssal Sharkists control over 90% of the world's oceans and have done so since approximately 1500 BCE. Abyssal Sharkists are almost universally cyan abyss entities, bizarre human-shark hybrids, though some individuals have been observed to have appearances closer to baseline humanity. Many Abyssal Sharkists incorporate biology from other marine life, such as octopi, anglerfish, and other terrors of the deep. So you gotta watch out for them. Then you've got the Liberated Cetacean Union, which is dolphin and whale people who have joined the Shark Punching Center to fight the sharks. Then you've got Marshall Carter and Shark Limited, and they are an Mr. Dark is an evil shark from beyond nature instead of being an evil humanoid from beyond nature. They don't show up very often, but it's consistent that Mr. Shark was overthrown in a coup, totally not backed up by the Shark Punching Center. Another victory against the shark nemesis. The company is currently trying to rebrand as Marshall and Carter Limited. Whereabouts of Mr. Shark are currently unknown. Now, you've also got the Boatswains of the Cog of God. A widespread religion, the Boatswains believe that the planet Earth is a ship sailing on a celestial ocean or something like that. And that's, I mean, who cares, really? Who cares about that? Now, the Great American Watchmen, they are a group of individuals dedicated to the preservation of American fine arts and culture. Although they make a lot of deviant art, which we do not approve of. By the way, I guess some of you guys are from the SCP Foundation universe or some BS. What you guys call anomalous, we call deviant. That's all there is to it. You call it anomalous, I call it deviant. Next question. Now, there's also the Navigations Unseen, the esoteric arm of the Global Organization of Countries. And so the NU of the GOC is who we've got going on. Then you've got Prometheus and Poseidon Laboratories, who make anomalous technologies, usually for punching sharks, which is awesome. And you got a couple other ones. Oh, here we go. Is this the, Nah, this isn't your unusual incidents unit. Yeah, okay, this is them. The Union of American States Center for Institutionalized Inpacking, otherwise known as UASCI. UASCI used to be America's Shark Punching Center, but there's not much left of them, so they're not really worth talking about. You also got from other multi-universal factions The serpent's hand shows up for once in a while. They're just some snakes who like books or some nerd shit. I don't care. They're not sharks, so I'm not worried about it. And then there is the SCP Foundation, and they show up once in a while. Their Department of Extra Universal Affairs keeps causing problems every once in a while, but we don't care about those nerds very much. They're not sharks. All right, back to the chat. Dr. Coffee, the referees are very mixed on kicking. Now, we have some ground rules for dealing with not legal movements in shark punching combat. For instance, you are never allowed to use a projectile weapon on sharks. You are never allowed to shoot a gun or a bow and arrow. If it is not making contact person to person, it's not allowed. Now, there is a carve out for harpoons. You can throw a harpoon, but only if your rope is tied around your wrist. So technically that harpoon is an extension of your body. Knives are a really tricky thing right now, especially because during the battle with Mr. Hands, we had a problem with a lieutenant using a shark tooth knife, using the weapon of the enemy. Can you imagine such terrible, terrible protocols? So the referees are really tricky on that right now. Site Director Stone, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some boxing gloves with barbed wire wrapped around them for punching sharks with some good spiky hand protection. Now, greetings. Where's Dr. Sherman? You think I care where that nerd is? I'm glad he's not here. I don't know how I got here, but as long as I've got recruits to teach, I'm gonna do my job and teach you guys how to best punch sharks. Orange Cloud, thank you for donating again. What if you find a lady who also loves punching them sharks with cool fist-based weapons and calling Dr. Sherman a nerd? Well then, we will be the tag team shark punching champions of the world. But that could be anyone with as much of a love of punching sharks as I have. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some proper grip trainers on your way past the commissary, the armory. That way you have stronger grip for punching sharks. Opinion on Jeff the Land Shark. Shark on land is an abomination above all others, and it's gonna catch these hands. Intern Coffee, you're saying, what is Mr. Hands? Mr. Hands is a 30-story tall human shark hybrid with Cthulhu tentacles that have on the end of them house-sized fists. This kaiju motherfucker raided Chicago, destroyed half of Chicago. Then it came after Toronto. Then it came after the Shark Punching Center's main base. But we repelled the bastard. We punched it right in its ruby eye. We broke its abyssal gem, and it fell. Also, I hate to say it, but we did have some help from some deviants. We had to... Ooh, I hate to admit it. We had some of our scientists cloning something we found from the SCP Foundation called SCP-1507, Anomalous Plastic Lawn Flamingos. And we cloned hundreds of them, and then we dropped them on Mr. Hand's face so that their little lawn spikes would attack its face and distract it so that our team could do their punching. Because you see, the flamingos with their little fist spikes, that's just as good as punching right there. They were loyal friends in the fight against Mr. Hands. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Mr. Hands, you need to check out Don't Go Gentle Into That Shark Night. Do Not Go Gentle Into That Shark Night is the record of the epic battle between Mr. Hands and the Shark Punching Center. You can find it on the Shark Punching Center database. Caracal, thank you for donating again. Okay, I booped the snooze with a closed fist, most cute. Wish I could stay, so much fun energy. Excellent. Excellent fist booping. A boop is just a punch with the right motivations. Boom! So thank you. Good work. We'll see you next time. You can catch the VOD when you're ready. Sheeny, thank you for donating again twice. I will say, you do look good in a leather jacket. Damn right. And so a Sharknado gotta be your worst enemy, right? Oh, a Sharknado versus a tornado of exosuit-clad marine fighting teams? Ain't no contest! Delta 999, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some salve for cleaning up those bruised knuckles after a bout of punching sharks. Will Gura catch these hands? I'm not familiar with this entity. Is it Selachian? Let's take a look. What in the hell? What is that person doing wearing the flesh of an enemy? Oh, if you've put yourself on the side of sharks, then damn right you're gonna catch these hands. Sir Bird, you're not talking about Dr. Sherman, that nerd from the SCP Foundation, right? I presume you're his SCP equivalent? No. I'm equivalent of nothing. I am way more than that nerd. That being said, my name is Captain Tiberius Shermaine, but you can call me Captain T. And I'm here to teach you the ins and outs of punching sharks. What about whale sharks? Well, Jasper, they need a whale of a punch. They need a good whaling. That's what they need. Hell yeah. Site Director Stone, thank you for donating again. Are you Dr. Sherman's duplicate or something? Duplicate of that nerd? I can't even imagine. No, I'm way more than that nerd. I'm Captain T. I'm better in every way. Fanta, thank you for being a member. Okay, I need to see your take on hog slice. What the hell is a hog slice? Now, if it were a shark slice, maybe it'd be something I'd worry about. What is this? Ah, this is one of them deviants from the SCP Foundation, huh? Well, all right. Just based on his profile picture, he looks like a top-notch agent. Deviant 6599 is a collective of internet accounts registered under the username Hogslice, all caps. Hogslice is present on 68% of all websites that allow for account creation. Accounts are somewhat knowledgeable about the topic of the website they're posting to, extremely active, posting 100 times a day. Sounds like some weird internet forum nerd. Who wants to be a weird internet forum nerd, am I right? Accounts are English speaking and communicate in a hostile, argumentative pattern consistent across all instances, insulting users and making boastful statements about themselves. All right. This nerd actually sounds kind of cool. I think I might be into this guy. In a friendly, punch-worthy way, not in the way you're thinking. SCP-6599 is a humanoid entity resembling professional wrestler Scott Rexner. Scott Steiner? Hell yeah! Okay. Legendary Doge, you want to know what music is playing right now? Right now we're listening to Nightmare Machine by Kevin MacLeod off the album Destruction Device. Alright, so Scott Steiner is sapient sentient with an estimated intelligence similar to that of an average adult human and anomalously enhanced strength and durability. Ooh, this guy sounds pretty dope. After manifesting, 6599-1 will locate an individual it had engaged in an argument online and proceed to verbally berate and physically batter them to the point of hospitalization. SCP-6599 99-1 will then demanifest from the target's location. It can teleport? It is a teleporting punch man? Hell yeah! How do we trick the sharks into using the internet? That way, we can get them into fights with this guy, and he can go beat the hell out of them. Ooh, we have got a proper plan here. Hell yeah, Hog Slice. All right. This guy and I can be bros. This guy and I can be bros. All right, coming back to the shark chat, the shark punching chat. Delta999, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Wait, are you the lunatic that punched Commander Hammerhead? I don't know. Did Commander Hammerhead have it coming? You have to be crazy to punch someone that big, right? Right? Oh, it's going down. Felix, thank you for your first donation to this clinic. Make sure to grab yourself a couple of strength gripners on your way past the commissary, and then break them with your mighty fists on your way past the armory. Hey there, if you're wondering about me not being human, I experimented on a lot of things. I've made a lot of marine robots to fight sharks. Okay, you had me worried there for a second. I'm not here for any deviant bullshit. But you said that you make marine robots to fight sharks? Well, hey, sometimes we need tools for the trade, and if those tools punch sharks, they are fair game. Site Director Stone, thank you for donating again. Have you heard of SCP-1128? No, I have not heard of these nerdy documentarian jailers with their deviants they keep in boxes. You say 1128? Aquatic Horror is what they codename it, huh? Oh, and its upvote rating is plus 666. Very foreboding. An entity that manifests a massive aquatic predator to anyone given a full description of the being's appearance. So it manifests if you know what it looks like. All right, well, here's the question. Does it look like a shark? Because if it doesn't look like a shark, I don't give a damn. And if it does look like a shark, then I want to know so it can show up to get punched. Activate manual breathing and blinking. That's a very clever idea. One needs to be controlled in their faculties when you're underwater punching sharks. You don't want to blink when the time is wrong. You don't want to breathe when you're underwater if your breathing apparatus ruptures. So you need to be able to blink and breathe on command at all times. Damn right! Thoughts on shark repellent spray? Cypher, I think it's a problem. Because if you're repelling the sharks, you're not punching the sharks because they're far from you. You want to get up close. You want to get dangerous. You want to make some pummel. Captain Shermaine, how do you feel about King Shark Nanoe? Well, Professor Nil, thank you for being a member. And any shark is on my shit list. Any shark is on my fist list. And so this king shark, I don't care if he's royalty, he's gonna get a royal ass kicking from me. That's right. I have a question. Why do you punch sharks? Cyber Scorpion, thank you for being a member. But how can you be so clueless? Let me tell you a little history. A little history. Boom. Where's it at? I gotta pull up the proper documentation. What had happened was SCP 1449, codename Dreamtime Whale Shark, is a massive cosmic shark that in some manner died. And when that shark died, everything went to shit. We ended up in the Sharkist timeline. And that is how we ended up dealing with the uprising of the Sharkicisms. And the Sharkists, oh, they need to go down. And so we punch sharks to protect humanity from the abyssal Sharkicists and the surface Sharkicists. Anybody who subscribes to the shark religion. Lucia, you want a time check? Right now we are 30 minutes into what is supposed to be a 3-hour shark punching clinic. Although, I'm getting a little hot and bothered. I think there's something going wrong with the climate control. So I may have to make adjustments to that schedule depending. Amber Chaos, nice name. Thank you for your first donation to today's clinic, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some brass knuckles that say Chaos, so that when you punch a shark, it has the imprint of your badass name on its stupid-ass snout. Who the hell are you, and what did you do to Dr. Sherman? I come off shift and find some tosser taking over Doc's stream? Listen, I don't know what happened to that nerd you seem so fond of, but I'm Captain Tiberius Shermaine, and I'm here to teach you guys a clinic on Selachian pugilism. I am here. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how long I'll be here. But while I'm here, I'm making sure you're ready to face the sharkest threat. Is punching whale sharks acceptable? They're not sharks, but are named and look like them. Hell yeah. If they have that word shark in their name, they're shark aligned. And that means they are shark punched. Felix, thank you for donating again. Is a Leviathan considered a shark? If not, then I got an idea for a mobile base for the Shark Punching Center for the right price. A Leviathan? Are you talking about those big turtle-like things? They got like a shell they're floating around? No, we put aquatic bases on the Leviathans. We have the Marianas Treaty with them. And so unshark entities under the water work with us to protect the world against the sharkest threat. Heh, I'm telling Dr. Sherman everything you said about him when he's back. Good. I want the little nerd to hear. I need to know if you get knuckle insurance, sir. Shark scales are sharp. They hurt. I'm definitely not Anomalous auditor of Anomalous benefits. Please, I don't have much time on this Starbucks Wi-Fi. The only insurance you get for the knuckles is the knuckle wraps to keep them in the right lineup when you're punching sharks. You need to strengthen your grip. You need to strengthen your fists. You need to strengthen your punches. Get to the gym. Start working. Captain T, put the sharks in the dang box and stop punching them. The United States of America fell a long time ago because of their non-shark punching policies. Bunch of goofs. Government can't do a thing. And so we're here to pick up the slack on the punching of the sharks. Smallish Games. I'll take your apology for being late, but I am not that nerd Dr. Sherman. Not at all. That guy's a total loser. Captain Tiberius Shermaine laughs at that spindly little nerd Dr. Sherman. Ha ha ha! That's right. Captain T, I placed a huge immortal shark in your room. You know what you did. Oh yeah, some loser reality bender thinks he's a god, but can't stop the shark threat? You're nothing. And when I go see that shark, that immortal shark, our battle will be legendary. Raccoon Dog, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself, you know what? Grab yourself some performance enhancers from the armory so that your muscles are ready for shark punching. Captain T, are we killing the sharks or only showing them who's boss? Oh no. We punch those sharks into giblets. We punch them until they are sharks no more. If there's a shark, you punch it until it's not a shark. You punch it until it is a mess of blood and bone and scales. And blubber. We are here to make the rip and tear of the Doom Guy look like a happy walk through the petting zoo. Boom! Here's a fun fact about sharks. Lemon sharks get jealous. You can also pet a shark on its stomach, and it will stun it for a bit. Have fun with that info, Captain T. Well, that second part is great intel. If you can stun it, well, it's not exactly a fair fight. If you're gonna stun it, it has to be through a punch. It has to be a fair fight. The referees will not let dishonorable shark punchers through. There are rules here. There are rules that the referees have. Spiral, thank you for subscribing and joining Marine Fighting Team 42. Now, lemon sharks getting jealous. I don't care about that because we're not going to pet sharks. The only thing I want them jealous of is the fact that their friend is getting punched and not them, so they come to the front of the line to get punched. Site Director Stone, thank you for donating again. What about 1449? You'll like that one. Art Shark. 1449, you say? Didn't I just talk about this one? Isn't this the cosmic shark that caused the Sharkist timeline? Am I remembering this right? Yes, this is the cosmic shark that when it died started our accursed timeline where the Sharkics have taken over everything. So I don't like that shark because it caused the collapse of our society. And so we need to clean up the mess. Hello, badass Dr. Sherman. Well, I'm not Dr. Sherman, but I am a badass. I guess I look a little bit like this Dr. Sherman you guys know. But no, I'm Captain Tiberius Shermaine, Captain of Mobile Task Force of Marine Fighting Team 42. Here to give you a clinic on punching of sharks. What's that ball you're holding for? Oh, well, I broke my grip trainer with how badass my grip is. So this tennis ball is my replacement. It's not a raw strength squeeze. It is a squeeze with moderation. Because it's not about being the absolute strongest. You have to know how to utilize that force effectively. And so here, if I rupture the tennis ball, it means I squeeze too hard. You gotta know how to control your strength for the perfect, optimal pugilism. The pop. Cap, I tamed a shark. His name's Fred. Disgusting. What kind of shark would turn traitor on its own kind? That's never been seen before. Is that shark going to give you intel on the Sharkics? Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. It might be a double agent. What is the proper shark punching technique? Listen. It's just like punching people, but people have snouts. You get your thumb out of the way, you ball up that fist, you reel back, you put your whole body into it. You make sure that they feel it. I arrived as soon as I could, Captain. That's all right, Agent Hermes. You're fine. We're 40 minutes in to what should be a 3-hour clinic on shark punching. Can you talk about 173? All right, I'll tell you about SPC 173. Pulling this up on the Shark Punching Center's database. SPC 173. Standardized Pugnatorial Coaching. SPC 173 is to remain poolside at Oceanic Resort Area Ali indefinitely. Personnel vacationing at ORA Ali are required to spend at least 60 minutes within visible range of SPC 173 per 24-hour period of their stay at the retreat for therapeutic reasons. No fewer than 3 personnel to remain within SPC 173's effective radius at any given time in order to restrain and or provide medical assistance to their colleagues should they come under assault. Project components. SPC 173 is a single component, an animate statue of a shark, reefer true, constructed from seashells and driftwood. Reefer true is typically inert and generally is of no danger to personnel in its immediate vicinity. Reefer true enters an active state, however, when any person visually observing it clenches either one or both of their fists, henceforth known as victim. When this occurs, Reefer True will become animate and approach the victim. It will then break a single digit on the offending hand and return to its original position. This will always occur over the span of a single second, regardless of distance to its current victim. Reefer True was moved to ORA Ali in 1993 as part of the experimental project Iroquois. It is utilized as a means to assist in conditioning center operatives to develop restraint when confronted with a Selachian entity. Previously, operatives have been KIA during center missions, owing to their inability to calmly assess situations and prioritize mission-critical objectives. Operatives in the field would become wholly preoccupied with the engagement of pummeling Selachian threats. The reddish-brown substance in the resort pool is a combination of A1 steak sauce and Hawaiian punch. The origin of these materials is unknown, but they have been reported to be delicious. We don't know where the steak sauce and Hawaiian punch in the pool come from, but we're not complaining. So, Reefer True is there because Shark Punching Center agents tend to get a bit zealous. And if you can't think before you punch, you're going to be lunch. So, we train them to sit back, to assess the field, to relax their minds, so that they can truly punch when the time is right and not just be rabid punchers. You dig? Felix, thank you for donating again. I tested my mantis shrimp mech. You want shark burgers? Because I piloted the mech and it turned into a great white into a meat paste. That's pretty impressive. I would have to check out these mantis shrimp mechs in person. We'd have to consult with the refs, make sure that they're street legal. Otherwise, we wouldn't want to have an unfair fight. Captain T, I have punched every shark in my local area. Well, Cape, that is awesome. I respect your hustle. Keep it up. Tiberius, are there sharks running the Church of the Fifth God? As far as I know, the Fifthist Church from some other universe, some of their people fall through once in a while. They typically worship a starfish, which, as far as we know, are not allied with the sharks. So we're not worried about them yet. Refs, so is this a sport? Sheeny, let me pull up the rules for you real quick. Shark punching center referee. All right, come here. All right, where are we? No, it's not listed on this part of the database. Let me check again. Must contain. No, that's talking about sports. We're not talking about sports here. We're talking about the real deal. All right, I know for a fact. All right, so in the readout of the battle between Mr. Hands and the Shark Punching Center, the referees are listed as making several rulings. And so, checking references, scanning. So, you are not allowed to use stabbing weapons. The referee called it a foul when a human stabbed a shark with a fork. However, it was determined that the woman who did the shark stabbing with a fork was out of her right mind at the time, so she was absolved of the sin. Next. Yes, we have the situation where someone was using an unregistered knife and said that they were ignoring the ref's ruling and listening to the three-fisted god herself. Now, while we all believe in the three-fisted god, she is great and all, you do have to listen to the refs. You gotta follow the rules of the game. So, also that guy died for his sins. So, no knives. Here, someone threatened to punch the ref, which was a bad move. The refs approved us using SCP-1507, the Anomalous Lawn Flamingos, the Deviants, to fight because they are living entities that fight with their own limbs. So, the Flamingos were allowed in battle. The harpoons were allowed to be launched as long as the rope is attached to your person, so that the harpoon is an extension of your arm. Harpoons are legal if they've got a rope attached to you. The refs cleared it. The ref is always got to be there to ring the bell to start a fight, and retrieves his ceremonial steel chair from the wall to watch for problems, to watch for fouls. The ref has been known to use his steel chair in battle if it comes up. But only against people who are offending, not the sharks themselves. The ref did again call foul on the knife. Unforgivable. Disqualification. And if you die in battle, in glorious battle, the ref will be there to count you out when you fall. Okay, that is as much written down bylaws that I can glean from your universe's database on the Shark Punching Center. However the rules are in your universe, you have to clarify that with your referee. Daddy Pudding, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself, today's clinic, make sure to grab yourself a pina colada with which to dull your nerves so that you can punch even harder on your way past the armory. What type of dogs do magic? Labracadabradors. The dad-father joke created a breed fueled by arcane might, including punchomancy. Magic dogs that punch? Will they be allies against the shark nemesis? Because if so, I'm all ears. Silent Follower, thank you for donating again to the clinic. Gotta go. Have fun punching those sharks. It was nice meeting you, Captain. Nice meeting you, Silent Follower. We'll see you at future clinics. Dr. Block, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself a Mai Tai on your way past the armory and give the admirals a fist bump while you're there. I heard something about confusing something from IKEA with a shark. What was that about? Oh no. You are talking about the Menace. SPC 3008. That's not what I said. Database. SPC 3008, Shark Class Hammerhead. SCP 3008 is a Selachian plush toy sold by IKEA. The item is 1 meter in length and possesses a full set of teeth. SPC 3008 has many features common among plush toys, including a soft fuzzy skin, an interior filled with cotton stuffing, and a tag on the tail displaying a barcode and the manufacturer. Despite its physical appearance, however, SPC is in fact a malevolent entity possessing dangerous mind control abilities. Cult-like communities have spread online praising SPC 3008 as a sapient creature, capable of performing extensive feats of reality warping. Verification of these claims has proven impossible due to the need to eradicate all SPC 3008 instances on first contact to prevent civilian casualties. Here is a cutout of an agent successfully detaining an instance of SPC 3008. Good work, Agent. Good work. Slados, yo, it's the SCP dude. No, you got it backwards. I'm the SPC dude. We punch sharks here. We do not contain or protect anything except the sanctity of shark punching. Is there a shark punching Jesus? That is the three-fisted God. May ever shall she reign above, rain fists upon our shark enemies. Certex, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself some of those sweet spike knuckles on your way past the armory. That way your punches are improved with stabs. How do I contact you for voice work, by the way? I think I might have something for you in the future. I've not been known to do voice work, but perhaps that nerd Dr. Sherman y'all keep talking about would be interested. I think his email is something like scpsite42@gmail.com. Nerd business. But anyways, voice work could probably go there, I guess. I'm a big fan. Once I saw you, I never stopped watching you. Well, Kodo, that's awesome. Punching sharks, everyone should be a fan of that. Hell yeah. Captain T. I stole a shark. I'm naming him Robert. Disgusting. Absolutely horrible. The only thing you should be doing with sharks is making first contact with your fist to their snout. Cyber Scorpion, thank you for donating again. No, for donating to the first time to today's clinic, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a quick game of cornhole with the admirals on your way by the pool. That way you can up your accuracy in shark punching scenarios. I don't normally help groups of interest, but here's some blueprints for an aquatic version of my dream scorpion mech. It's edited to look like a lobster. Well, some mechs to help us with some shark punching sounds like a good way to go down. What's your opinion of the Baby Shark song? Disgusting shark propaganda. Oh, sharks have families and we should be nice to them. Sharks have families, which means more sharks to punch. I'm gonna need training. It's been 3 years since I last punched a shark. Well, Hermes, head down to the gym. Shark punching coaches are on hand to help you with your shark punching. Sorry, Captain T. Where is Dr. Sherman? How'd you gain access to his broadcasting channel? I have no idea what you're talking about. I was minding my own business, watching the mighty battle between Mr. Hands and the Shark Punching Center, and as soon as that battle came to an end, I found myself in a new location. And here, there was this camera. So I'm assuming that I'm here to give recruits the rundown on Selachian pugilism. A shark punching clinic, if you will. I don't know where that nerd ended up and I don't care. FIFA player, welcome to Marine Task Force Site 42. Marine Fighting Team 42. We welcome your service in the battle against the Sharkics. King Polly, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Grab yourself a cold one to crack open with the boys after you punch today's shark quota. Can you grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit? I don't know what a Lamar Jackson is, but I am very capable of grabbing cameras. You know? You gotta have quick hands in the battle against sharks. Raccoon Dog, thank you for donating to the clinic again. What is your shark kill count? I don't know. I'm not dead yet, so I'm not done punching. Site Director Stone. How do you stay in character for 3 hours at a time, Sherman? It's Shermaine. Get it right. Or Captain T. How do you stay in character for 3 hours at a time? The same way you do anything. Practice. The same way you punch sharks. Practice. Arvid Gunnarsson, welcome to Marine Fighting Team Captainship. Here with Marine Fighting Team 42. Good to have you aboard. We appreciate your membership and your service in the battle against the sharks. I think I'll head to sleep, so au revoir to both you and Desk. And just in case, made fan art of you. Fan art? That's awesome. Desk and I need to get the fan art email thing set up. That way we can intake that properly. But once we do, you guys will know about it. We'll mention it for a couple of streams. That way, everybody gets the intel. Do you have a fascination with a certain SPC? Dr. Sherman is addicted to getting a tree to scream. Do you have any SPC that you particularly hate? Oh, I'll tell you about a shark that I particularly hate. Are you ready? Let me pull it up. SPC 1057. SPC 1057. Let me tell you about this thing. Shark punching contingencies. SPC 1057 is to remain in the lap pool at Recreation Center 23 until a method of transfer to a smaller private tank has been devised. In the interim, the lap pool is to be closed and members redirected to Rec Center 22 for aquatic training. Description. SPC 1057 refers to an animate, empty space in the shape of a tiger shark. It has no solid physical components, but is capable of displacing water through an unknown mechanism. While no one has observed 1057 consuming food, early punching attempts show that it is capable of biting hands. See the acquisition log for more details. It is conjectured that SPC 1057 is remarkably smug about this. Despite the lack of Selachian anatomy, the SPC Athletic Council has voted to designate SPC 1057 as a standard Selachian threat. The Council's comments are, while some may argue that SPC 1057 is literally a lack of a shark, we have decided that this does fall in line with the central mission of the SPC. It looks like a shark. It bites like a shark. Most surely, it can be punched like a shark. We will continue our innovations in fist-integrated simulation technology until SPC 1057 receives the right hook it deserves. Signed, SPC Council Member Amy Tulls. Our acquisition log. SPC 1057 was discovered within the lap pool at Rec Center 23. 2 SPC personnel were killed and 14 were injured during various attempts to punch SPC 1057. That's why we have SPC 173, to get people to stay back and think so they don't rush in and get et. Unfortunately, all such attempts failed due to the lack of physical shark in the pool. During further examination of the Rec Center bulletin boards, document 1057-S24 was located, and it reads, try to punch this, P.S., fuck you, signed, are we PETA yet? Those bastards. But we'll make them pay when we punch that absence of punchable shark in its absently punchable face. Felix, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Captain T, Leviathan Base Reaper 1 is operational. Hell yeah. Now we can plumb the depths to get closer and closer to the sharks that need punching. Captain Gunnarsson, thank you for gifting a Marine Fighting Team 42 membership. If you pick up that membership, make sure to thank Gunnarsson for their generosity. That's an order. My friend has one of them blahaj. Should I punch it? Hell yeah, you should. You gotta punch the hell out of that thing before it changes reality around you. You need to make that thing 100% more punched than it currently is. I have a gun that shoots fists. Estrada, I like the way you're thinking, but projectiles are against the code. They're against the rules. The referees will not allow it. So unfortunately, no projectiles. Also, Captain Tish, sir, I'm back from training early because a shark managed to break in and broke the window. Damn, those sharks are getting ornery. They need a good punching to stop them. By the way, Marine Fighting Team 42 agents, I want to give you a heads up. We currently have way more likes than we do viewers, but furthermore, we almost have double the viewer count in likes. So hit that like button and let's keep it going. We will prevail. Captain, what would the best way to eliminate King Shark be? Do you really need me to tell you? Or do you know deep in your heart what the actual answer is? You're damn right it's punching. Do you like using brass knuckles? Operative Estrada, hell yeah, brass knuckles are in. They're attached to your body, they strengthen your punches, ain't no problems there. Captain, stop telling newbies I'm an anomaly. It's not funny anymore, I get it. I'm non-human, but I've had enough. You've got the wrong guy here, because we don't use pansy-famsy words like anomalies around here. We use the very simple word, deviant. Because these non-Euclidean BS, it's all deviancy that needs to be burned. That way we can focus on our mission of punching sharks. We, the Foundation, have a bomb that gets bigger every time it explodes. Do you have a fist that gets bigger every time it punches? Damn, that would be pretty sweet. Now you got me wanting to look in the catalog. Because obviously, the Shark Punching Center's database has all sorts of armaments and deviancy we have in containment and or have decommissioned. But that doesn't tell me where the whereabouts of every single one. Let me take a look. That's not what it is. I'm not seeing anything that useful in the database, unfortunately. Would be pretty awesome, though. Maybe we need to put our researchers in gear to make something like that happen. Do lightning bolts count as projectiles? Come on. Obviously, it's moving across from you to the entity. Lightning bolts are not fair play. Out of character. Why is this shark punching man so mad? Who said I'm angry? I am in a best mood of my life because I've got a team here ready to punch some sharks. I couldn't be happier. This is just the way I talk. Sir, I just think I watched a shark throw someone. Oh, those sharks are clever. They can pick up on martial arts once in a while. Disgusting. We need to up our game. We need to martial fu them into dust. Wet dust, because it's in the water. Question for you, Captain Sherm. Why is a harpoon considered an extension of the arm, but a blade is not? That's a great question, however, I cannot speak for the refs. It is the refs who have dictated this to be the case. And you know, I'm pretty sure actually that harpoon ruling is pretty controversial. And so when the refs made that call, I'm sure some other ones disagreed. So it's probable that, honestly, we're supposed to be just using our fists. Men, keep those dang sharks at bay. Hell yeah, Gunnarsson. You're giving the right orders. I appreciate your moxie. Do you believe that SCP-1529 would be useful against sharks? SCP, I might be able to get into their database. 1529. Ha! Yeah, those losers are not very good at security, are they? It was 1529, right? I can't find that message to confirm the number. I don't know where that question went. Okay, cool, it is there, yes. You're asking if this thing called the King of the Mountain can help us fight sharks? I doubt it. He lives near the summit of Mount Everest in Nepal. That is as far as you can get from the water as possible. So I doubt that guy will help us punch sharks. I've recruited a crocodile to help us with the sharks. Excellent work, Operative Estrada. They can help us out alongside the dolphins and the whales. I really want to know if natural claws are allowed. After all, they are part of my body. Hey, Wolf Boy, you're damn right they are. If they're part of your body, they're part of the fight. Hell yeah. Wait, if there's like SPC versions of GOI, then isn't there like a Wondertainment shark sort of thingy? Or Herman Fuller Shark Circus? Listen, I haven't heard of these things myself, but I'd be very worried if there was some anomalous dude making sharks. There are already too many sharks for us to punch. We are on the back foot against these guys. We do not need someone out there cranking out sharks. Meanwhile, a shark circus? Who the hell would want to watch sharks perform? That sounds crazy. Tiberius, can I get the SPC SCP-5514 to the SPC and change its function to punch? Well, Frogman, let me see what 5514 is. All right, what do you nerds have for your 5,514th Deviant? Ho, 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 baby! Hell yeah! Is that a freaking Jager? Oh man, this thing would have been super useful in the fight against Mr. Hands. Because if the punches are an extension of the punches of the driver, then this would have been an the exosuits are already good enough, but this beauty, oh, this would have been a good one. Yes, if that thing can deliver some punches, we are on board. What the fuck did I just join? Dude sounds cool as fuck. Well, dudes, you're damn right. Welcome to the Selachian Punching Clinic. I'm Captain Tiberius Shermaine, and I'm here to school you operatives on the pinnacle of punching technologies. That way you guys are ready in the field for when a shark comes up to you, you can punch it right in the face. Hell yeah. Captain, I have a question. My buddy Captain Draven Kondraki recently got suspended from missions due to insubordination. I want to know your take on it. What's this Kondraki kid do? Was it a good idea or a bad idea? I need more information. I need more intel. So I can tell you if he was right to be thrown out or if he deserves to be back in the field punching sharks. Does that mean I have to modify another mech? Can you modify that Jager into a shark punching machine? Because then hell yeah. Hell yeah, get to work! I'm back. I was running from the SCP Foundation. Can I please join the SPC? Well, Derp Lord, tell me this. Can you punch sharks? It's the #1 requirement. Thanks, Captain Sherm. I'm learning so much about shark punching protocol from this clinic. I believe my next research paper will focus on the long-term psychological effects of shark punching. Hey, punching shark is a physical activity, and physical activity gives you endorphins. i.e., shark punching makes you happy. Hell yeah. I don't know if Dr. Sherman is here, but I have the notes he needed from SCP-2991, so hopefully you can give these to him. Dr. Vincent? Dr. Vincent, I ain't giving anything to that nerd. You can give it to him when he comes back, if he comes back. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm here, but as long as I'm here, what you're getting is a clinic on the optimal way to punch sharks. I have punched 500 sharks last month. Lindbergh, you're putting up some pretty big numbers, but they could be more. 500 sharks, what is that? Doing the math. If it's 10 sharks a day, that's 300. So you're telling me you're punching less than 15 sharks a day? You gotta up those numbers, pal. You gotta up those numbers. You know what, Captain? I'm making a shark hugging center, and you can't stop me. We need to stop punching sharks. They're cute and sometimes innocent. Don't like it, fight me. Oh, you're lucky that /J is at the end there. I was about to go on a tear. Huggable? Sharks? Huggable? Only if you want to lose a face. Right here, shark teeth in your face. You can't see this because it's gone, because it got eaten by a shark. What are you thinking? Thankfully, you were joking. Scared me for a second. Are brass knuckles allowed for punching sharks? Hell yeah. We're allowed to use exosuits to increase the power of our punches, so brass knuckles are right up in there. Hello again, Doctor. Dreamy Newt, do I look like a doctor? No, I look like a badass shark-punching operative, which I am. Your little doctor nerd's off somewhere, and when he gets back, if he gets back, you can tell him then. You can catch my hands. Most sharks are kind and innocent, and actually dolphins are the ones who actually need punching. The dolphins are on our side in the shark-punching battle. That's all you need to know. They are on the side of right, and we are on the side of punching sharks. If I punch a shark, will it hurt? Well, that depends, Marston. Are your fists ready to do battle? Are they strengthened with the training of the shark punching center? Are you ready to drill your fist into that shark snout? Because then yes, it will hurt. The shark. Well, Draven was on a mission with the rest of my unit and a few groups with the SPC to hunt some sharks. He decided to use a few scraps of the Chernobyl core. I mean, the whole thing. I am not sure what the Chernobyl core is or what it does, so I'm going to need some more details. Justice for the sharks. Yes, swift justice, delivered with my fist. Hell yeah. You know, Captain, I've been through military shit, so I'm technically prepared to punch sharks. Signed, Dr. Puppeteer. We're always looking for more agents in the battle against the Selachian menace. So yes, you are recruited at your behest. The shark punching begins shortly. MHA fan, I already answered your question. Brass knuckles are fine for punching sharks. Get the earwax out your ears so you can hear it when it's time for the fight bell to ring. Phew, I'm slowly getting sweaty. In the meantime, I have punched 864 sharks with my MTF team. Gunnarsson, you flipped a couple of letters there. Here at the Shark Punching Center, we have Marine Fighting Teams. The Marine Fight Teams are MFTs. You gotta flip those two letters around, but it's understandable. You're typing really quick, you're hyped on adrenaline from punching sharks. 864 sharks, that's some nice numbers right there. You'll love to see it. Just make sure you're accurate, because if you get out of control, then you're gonna have trouble. You gotta make sure you stay cool. Stay cool when you're punching sharks. Render, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself some iron supplements. That way, your punches are that much stronger. On your way past the armory. Site Delta on top. Site Delta better be putting up some good shark punching numbers. I am not sure what they're doing. I hope it's good shark punching numbers. Can you tell us about an SPC that we should be warned about? Let me pull up the database. I'll give you something to worry about. I know what you need to know about. I know exactly what you need to know about. SPC 2000 is something you should be insanely worried about. Now, before I continue, Scale and Aceface, welcome to Mobile Fighting Team 42. Hope you're ready to punch some sharks. So, SPC 2000 is a menace that some deviant shark punching centers in certain universes have thrown together. It's disgusting. SPC 2000 is a machine made for cloning sharks. That way, there's always more sharks to punch. And while I appreciate the fervor of always being ready to punch a shark, creating more sharks just so you can punch them? We're supposed to be destroying sharks, not making them. It's an abomination. G2, dear God, is right. We at the Foundation have an anomaly that could help you punch sharks. It's a gauntlet that can punch things at any distance you can see with no upper strength limit. Interested? That sounds like a projectile, and that's against the rules. The referees will not approve. Hello everyone, the chaos-causing reality bender is here. High Shark Punching Center. A reality bender? Well, as long as you're not on the side of the sharks. Wait, we're punching sharks? What do you think the Shark Punching Center does? It's our raison d'etre, if you're the French. I got an application from the SCP Foundation. Should I be worried? It's from the Mobile Task Force. Why the hell would you want to join those namby-pamby suckers? Do you know how many sharks they've punched? Zilch! What kind of loser numbers is that? No, you want to join the Marine Fighting Team. That's where you get your life's mission, to punch sharks. It's the molten core in the basement mixed with graphite, uranium, and plutonium. He wanted to have a challenge and made radioactive sharks. He won, but I think your CO wasn't happy about it. No! I do not want you strengthening the sharks to make it a fair fight. I want you to obliterate the sharks. There are plenty of worse sharks out there. We've got to get the pawns out of the way before we can come for the king. Soul Hunter, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic, as well as being a member. And although you got desked, and I don't know what you said, I'm gonna assume that you're on the side of punching sharks. So you're probably cool either way. Just watch out for the desk's rules. What is going on? Who are you? Well, I guess we are 90 minutes into this stream with 90 minutes more. So I guess I can refresh for those who are new, who run late to this. I am Captain Tiberius Shermaine, captain of Marine Fighting Team 42 of the Shark Punching Center. I don't know how I got here. I was watching an epic battle between Mr. Hands, a 30-story tall titan, half shark, half man, with a shark's mouth and a cycloptic ruby eye, and several Cthulhu tentacles with house-shaped fists on the end of each tentacle. And it was coming for the Shark Punching Center's home base, the center, the glorious Fist Tower. And I'm serious about that. The Teen Titans have a T-shaped tower. The Shark Punching Center's home base is a glorious cement and mirrored reflective glass and silver fist gleaming from atop of a hilltop with swimming pools and mini golf and swimming pools for the Admiralty to take care of themselves between shark punching missions. And so right now, I'm having a Selachian punching clinic to teach you guys about the best way to punch sharks. The only thing worth doing in this damnedest, sharkest timeline. Mr. Hands was a man. I mean, he was a shark man. Or maybe he was just a shark. But he was still Mr. Hands! Soul Hunter, I see you mentioning Dr. Elias Shaw, which is chill. But one thing that I don't know you know about that guy, I've heard this through the grapevine, is that Dr. Elias Shaw doesn't have a necklace for immortality BS. It has a different mechanism for soul transference. And so the necklace is purely Dr. Bright, who we don't talk about. So just keep that in mind. Dogboy, thank you for your first donation to this clinic. Make sure to grab yourself some aloe for your blistered knuckles after a happy round of shark punching on your way past the armory. How many sharks we punching? I have a metal bat too. Hey, we're punching all the sharks. Also, thank you for being a member, I notice. But put the bat away, because we use our fists. We use the weapons that the three-fisted God gave us. Soul Hunter, thank you for donating again. Starts making a ray that allows sharks to walk on land. On one hand, we could meet them on more advantageous ground, but on the other hand, they'd be bringing the fight to us. I don't think this is the right idea. Did you kidnap our site director? Where is he? Where is Sherman, Captain? I do not know where your nerd went, okay? I just showed up here. There was some sort of big white flash, and I ended up here. I don't know where this nerd ended up. Maybe he'll be back. I'm not sure. But long story short, as long as I'm here, I'm going to fulfill my duty with honor, which is recruiting and teaching the art of Selachian pugilism. Do you want SCP-4233? It punches all the big monsters. Well, let me see if I can hack into this nerd's terminal and see what 4233 does. Looks like a diving suit. An amphibious human entity of unknown origin and composition. Operates an unclear agenda. Physical and mechanical attributes, opaque suit. Impervious to damage. Durability and physical strength proven difficult to quantify. Accepted direct strikes from high explosive anti-tank munitions. Okay, it's powerful, there is that. Walks out of the sea and onto a beach. Doesn't care about civilians. It keeps walking until it reaches the ocean. And it walks into the ocean. He's looking for a brother of some kind, but that's, doesn't seem like much of a fighter, if you ask me. Although it is titled Sea Champ, it claims to be a sea champion. All right, all right. Maybe this guy could punch a shark or two. I need to talk to the guy, see what he can do. But I'm interested. Dumpling, welcome to Marine Fighting Team 42. We appreciate your subscription. Who are you, Sherman? Close. I'm Captain Tiberius Shermaine, Shark Punching Center. Captain of Marine Fighting Team 42. Here to get you scrubs ready to punch some sharks. Oh, alternate universe? Yeah, some people think I'm an alternate universe version to some nerd you guys have, some Dr. Theron Sherman or something. I don't know. Probably isn't cool enough. Tiberius, I got the Jager. Just need to remake it for punching. Hell yeah. Cinerus, why are you holding a tennis ball? Where's your pen? Pen? What need would an agent of the Shark Punching Center need for a pen? Everyone knows the pen is mightier than the sword, but the fist is mightier than both. Meanwhile, I broke my grip trainer, and so this squeeze ball is for making sure I moderate my strength. That way I save the proper force for shark punching for the right moment. It can't be all force. You can't be too strong. Otherwise, you'll go in too quick and you'll end up bit. You gotta wait for the right moment. You gotta conserve your strength until you are ready for one good punch. Yeah, Dr. Sherman likes to spin a pen. Yeah, that sounds like some nerd shit to get down to. Dr. Sherman is just staying in his office. Well, wherever his office is, It ain't here. I punched 60 sharks. My hands hurt. Hey, keep pushing those numbers up, rookie. You're making your way. Tiberius, what would happen if we use SCP-001, the Gate Guardian? What gate are the sharks trying to get through that needs a guardian? I mean, it doesn't sound that useful to me. Captain, I made art of you in Dr. Sherman's Discord. Art? Ooh, who's drawing things? Who has use for a pen when we're out here punching sharks? Either way, Desk is going to get all this together for me in some sort of email later that I can look at or something. I hear there's a plan for that you guys are talking about, so I'm just rolling with it here. As long as it gets us closer to punching sharks, I'm happy with it. Okay, I also punch sharks too. The MTF aren't whippy. We just got back from a mission with the MFT. And Draven came in here and said that he already had gotten at least the amount of sharks in the Atlantic. Draven's claiming to have punched every shark in the Atlantic. That's a hell of a set of numbers. This kid serious? I like to shake the hand of a man who could punch that many sharks. I love the difference. We contain godlike entities and protect all creation across the multiverse in order to save all life, and you just punch sharks. Just punch sharks. Just punch sharks? 90% of the ocean is overtaken with shark entities that want to end humanity as we know it. We are on the cusp of total annihilation. We are standing between life and death here for humanity. This is not just anything. When you live in the darkest timeline, in the sharkest timeline, you'll know what's going on. Shake the man of a hand. And by hand, he means fist. And with a fist, you can punch more sharks. Hell yeah, Desk. That's what I'm talking about. I want old Dr. Sherman back. He doesn't scare me as much. You think I'm scary? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a chill guy who likes punching sharks. As long as you're not a shark, you got nothing to be afraid of. Do we also punch sharks from other planets? Because that's what I've been doing. I've traveled to millions of planets to punch sharks. Operative Toga? Hell yeah, if there's sharks anywhere, they're getting punched. Remember, the sharkest timeline is a split off from another universe where the cosmic shark was killed. And everything went to shark hell. So yeah, cosmic sharks exist. And all of the sharks in the universe, they're hankering for some punch. Dr. Sherman is totally just on a small vacation and isn't recovering from a weapons test that may or may not have been caused by Clef. Whatever you got going on there, Desk, I hope your nerd's okay, okay? Okay, I said it. I hope your nerd's fine. Tiberius, I challenge you to a shark punching contest. Whoever beats the most sharks wins. Let's go. Now you're speaking my language. When and where, buddy? When and where? Let's get down to business to defeat the sharks. Captain, the sharks are punching back. Please advise. Operative Puppet Boy, punch harder. Sharks are pretty nice, not gonna lie. Trazen, whatever you're doing, you need to cut it out with this pro-shark propaganda. They are murderous rows of teeth with fins to move. They need to be taken down. I will not hear of this wreck of a illogical shark propaganda. The only propaganda I want to hear, I want to get a propaganda of some dudes punching sharks. So it seems like Lolly from Herman Fuller's Circuit of the Disquieting and Victor from Marshall Carter and Dark both punch sharks. I think I just skimmed the tale. It's called Dread and Circuses Jump Sharks. Well then, sounds like Lolly and Victor are a couple people I could get a drink with. Sharks are the best. The best targets for fists, yes. I finished that for you. It seems like you got distracted before you finished your statement. I recognize the sharks in the water. Good. You have to recognize your target before you can punch it. SPC 2316. Notice from the Central Intelligence Coordination and Projects Operation Command Office. The following file is a carrier for a mimetic effect and is thus mandatory viewing for all SPC employees at least once a week. Due to this, it's imperative that all personnel fail all SRS or Selachian resistance screenings taken while viewing it. Should you pass an SRS while viewing this file, take a nice long swim until your brain is too tired to resist any longer. Repeat the following slowly and clearly into your microphone. Ready? Ready? Here's your prompt. It has never been safe to go back into the water. Now read it. It has never been safe to go back into the water. All right, I'm running the automated vocal scanner. All right, it looks like your SRS is not within acceptable limits. Keep reading it. Item number 2316. Selachian pugnatorial capabilities. SPC 2316 is essential for maintaining both public and internal support for the Shark Punching Center. Funding for SPC 2316 is to remain in theaters and on home viewing media for access to be secured. As it has never been safe to go back into the water, the bodies of civilians who died during the production of SPC 2316 are not to be exhumed. Footnote, how could it ever be safe to go back into the water? From hell's heart, we stab at thee. Now take a quill pen and papyrus. Fill the pen with squid ink. Overlay the papyrus on top of the touch-sensitive writing pad that you obviously have right there, and trace the following. It has never been safe to go back into the water. Now get your quill and your squid ink, and now write it out. It has never been safe to go back into the water. All right, you wrote it? All right, I'm processing your handwriting results. Okay, your Selachian resistance screening is outside of current limits. We're allowed to keep going. Project components. SPC 2316 is Jaws, a documentary covering the facts of the deaths of 5 civilians in June and July 1975 due to a small town's refusal to punch a Carcharodon carcharias out of existence. You recognize the bodies in the water. Their names are Susan Backlinney, Jeffrey Voorhees, Craig Kingsbury, Ted Grossman, and Robert Shaw. SPC-2316 has a powerful mimetic effect. Though non-deviant in nature, studies have shown a person who views it 70% more likely to agree with the statement, "I support Selachian pugilism," than before viewing it. This has resulted in a 900% increase in recruitment and a 1,000.65% increase in government funding for the Shark Punching Center, and a 2% increase in accidental bottlenose dolphin fatalities, which is fine. It's a small price to pay. Now, there is some extra details in the SPC-2316 document, but I'm not going to get into all that nerd shit. You can check that out yourself. All you need to know is it has never been safe to go back in the water. All right, enough of those nerd documents. Let's get back to what your recruits are saying. Soul Hunter, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Good news, everyone! Sharks can now walk on land. Side effects, they can only be on land due to a gill problem. We'll improve them with fists and lungs. I cannot believe that you are upgrading the sharks for this fight. I know some people always want to be fighting sharks, but this is about taking out a threat, not just for sport. Get it together. Take off those glasses and I'll donate you $1,500. Operative Brown, you donate $5 and I'll take off the glasses for a minute. If you want me to take off the glass for the rest of the stream, you can donate $1,500 like you said. Because I don't believe you. I've been fooled before by agents who don't believe in punching sharks. I don't play games like that. Dr. Sherman only scares me because of the needles. Yeah, nerds like SCP Foundation researchers need needles and weapons to do the jobs that a fist should do. So yeah, I'd be afraid of their wussery rubbing off on me. Trazen, you're saying it wrong. It's never been safe to go back in the water. Never. Not always. Get it together, Agent. Captain, the J was specifically for the fight me. I'm still making the shark hugging center. Don't like it, try me. Are you ready for the full resources of the Shark Punching Center to descend upon your little hug fest? We won't even have to do it. You'll lose your faces first. You're being intensely irresponsible. I've actually punched demon-level SCPs before. They fear when you wield your hand instead of a blade or a gun. Jager the Chaos Paladin, I do not care how many SCPs you have punched. The only thing that matters is that the snout of a shark is getting decked. Soul Hunter, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Giving the sharks a fighting chance. A fighting chance? They are sharks. Many of them have evolved human arms and fists. They don't need any more help. You are dooming humanity with your lax protocols for shark punching. Would you like some bubble gum? Yes, actually, I'm out of bubble gum. I could use some bubble gum. I want to punch sharks and chew bubble gum, but I'm all out of bubble gum. So if you got some, I'll take it. I mean, yes. Obviously, that would help with the shark punching. Sherm, I punched a shark. It said, punch me harder, daddy. Please advise. It's taunting you. It obviously doesn't want to be punched, but your punch was not strong enough to disable it. So punch it harder. If Viltrumites were real, would they be SCPs? I don't care what those SCP nerds do with Viltrumites. All I know is they've got hella good punches. So if they want to sign up for the SPC, I will take them on. The Marine fighting team could use some fists that fly that hard. Floating hand spider. Not a shark. Don't care. Very interesting. Throwing yourself might be a loophole. I like it. So, on the note of yourself being the projectile or throwing yourself, the battle against Mr. Hands was won by a Marine fighting team captain wielding a deviant weapon. Now, this was judged within the rules, but it was very close. What they had is they had a deviant artifact that was a glove that when you wore it, it altered probability so that you always win games while wearing it. This is actually from you nerds' SCP database somewhere. Let me pull up the wordage real quick. All right, do not, and then drop to the bottom. SCP 8630. Pin the dart on the donkey. It is a white fingerless leather glove manufactured in 1962. In spite of its relatively early acquisition, it shows significant signs of air for its age. The object displays abnormal Hume fluctuations consistent with most anomalous phenomena, more like deviant phenomena. When the glove is worn during a game of darts, when an individual attempts to throw a dart at a target using that glove, the dart will always land directly on the target, regardless of the dart's initial momentum or the wielder's capabilities. So, people have thrown this dart into a random wall, and it bounced and hit the dartboard. Or you intend to hit the target, but you aim the other way. And a crow bursts from the room's ventilation shaft, flying directly at the dart in a sheer panic. The dart deflected upwards off of the bird, who, in its panic, knocks over both the dartboard and the experiment recording equipment. The dart fell directly on the target. And this is not the only weird probability involved with this glove. So back to the data logs. So this Marine fighting team captain put on this glove and tried to punch the shark in the eye, because the eye is the weak point, obviously. And at that moment, the submarine that the captain was standing on tipped, launching the captain into the air towards the shark. Then it hit a pelican that was flying by, which adjusted its trajectory, and it landed on the pelican's back. And then the bird and the captain careened downwards and glided toward the shark that needed punching, where it then landed on the shark through sheer luck. So yes, it has been ruled under some circumstances you can be the projectile that is thrown hands at a shark for punching. Felix, thank you for donating to the clinic yet again. Sir, the captain I am working under is withholding my pay for the past 11 months because I am, quote, deviant trash, so he says. Can I join your team? What can you do? And how dedicated are you to shark punching? Oh! Oh, I just felt a weird chill. Did you guys feel that? Well, time check. We just passed the 2-hour mark of this stream. I've been here for 2 hours. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. Got a tingling in my fingertips. Sure, nothing a cold one cannot fix. Felix, I can make some tools and mechs for the SPC. I even made the Leviathan Base Reaper 1, yet I don't get any pay. Well, that seems extremely unreasonable. I think I need to duel your current captain in a cage match in order to release you from his service, and you can follow my team. Maybe a sign you're going home soon. I don't know what you're talking about. Going home? I mean, I would like to not be here in this nerd factory, but I don't know how to get out of here. Cap, say 729-J, I want to see what happens. What is that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this one of those... Is this one of those deviant objects again? Oh! What in the hell? That thing's horrible. Is that a... I don't know what the hell that thing is, but it's definitely got big shark energy. That thing needs a fist in its face right now. What the hell is that? I don't like that thing. Fuck that thing. Gay? Well, Icytor, nothing makes me happier than punching a shark. So yes, we're feeling gay all day around here, as long as there are sharks to punch. Hell yeah! Hello there, Dr. Sherman. Hey, Global Occult Coalition. You blind? This is Captain Tiberius Shermaine. I don't know where your nerd is, but you're not in contact with him right now. Not the BSE? Sorry, guys, I calls it like I sees it. I don't know what that thing is, but I know BSE when I see it, and that's why it needs to get punched. Well, I am looking for him. Well, I don't know where he is. You go hunt down that nerd. Why is the heck has your voice changed? My voice is the same it's always been. Captain Tiberius Shermaine is the main man of punching sharks. This is the voice of a mighty Selachian pugilist. Always have been, always will be. Alonzo, welcome to Marine Fighting Team 42. We appreciate your subscription. Site Director Stone, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Does your reality have a Serpent's Hand equivalent? Actually, the Serpent's Hand is just a multiversal group. So they are just here as well. But we don't care about them very much because they're just running around with deviant artifacts. If we find the deviant artifacts, we burn them. That's fine. Meanwhile, I mean, they're snakes. They're not sharks, so they're not sharks, not our problem. Well, I shall go look for the man named Dr. Sherman and make an offer with him, or there will be a raid at the Foundation. Whatever you nerds get up to fighting each other, not our problem as long as you stay out of the way of us and our shark punching. What's with the tennis ball? I broke my grip strength trainer earlier because my fists are too powerful. And so this is my new grip strength trainer for the day. It is my ability to squeeze in moderation because you've got to be in control of your strength. If you just go in full bore, you're going to get a full arm full of shark teeth. So this is making sure that I keep focusing on controlling my immense shark punching power. The right shark punching time and the right shark punching place. Card Slayer, thank you for your first donation to this clinic. Make sure to grab yourself some cement gloves on your way past the commissary, the armory, for stronger shark punching. Hey, Dr. Sherman, are the boneless from Doctor Who similar to SCP-085? Do I look like Dr. Sherman? Does Dr. Sherman look this awesome? No. I know that frickin' nerd, and I am not that frickin' nerd. And I don't know anything about their SCP database, but listen, Dr. Sherman left his terminal unlocked like a noob, so I'm going to take a look at 085. What does their SCPnet database say about it? .085 is a living cartoon character of some sort, living on a piece of paper. So what is that other thing? Characters from a two-dimensional universe. They are able to reduce both life forms and other three-dimensional objects to 2 dimensions. So, I would say similar, but 085 doesn't seem to be able to pull you into its paper. So, you know, living fictional characters is the only similarity it seems to be there. Two things, Captain. One, there's a dead shark in the gym. Good. That means the agents did their job. Secondly, how long are we into the stream? Because I think I saw Dr. Sherman running towards his office. Well, we are 2 hours and 10 minutes into this clinic on Selachian pugilism, and I only expect to be here teaching for 50 more minutes before I try and find my way out of this place. Felix, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Enough is enough. I'm going to fight my prejudice, Captain. I will make sure he pays for what he did to me. All cyber units override code Delta 56. Okay, you fight him. I'll see you when you're done. Orange Cloud, thank you for donating again. Hey, you, tosses over a meg tooth. Tried to bite my robot arm. Tooth got stuck. Take it, it's yours. I tip my hat and go back to Site 42. Well, we will study this tooth, and we will find out things we can find to improve our shark punching capabilities. Puppet Boy, SCP is nerd shit. We out here punching sharks. Hell yeah. How do you feel about the intangible shark from Wilson's Wildlife Solutions? Well, we already got one like that. It's called SPC 1057, the absence of punchable shark. And I hate that son of a bitch because you can't punch it. But we'll find a way. We will find a way to punch that non-existent asshole blowhole. I don't know why, but I love this energy. Don't worry, Orion. Don't worry, Orion. The energy here, the big shark punching energy, is infectious. You've all got the bug, a big shark punching energy. And those sharks, they're gonna get punched. There it is. And there's the tree equivalent. Tree equivalent? What are you talking about? Tree equivalent. I don't care about any tree. Card Slayer, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Hey, main man Sherm, have you fought a megalodon or have you fought the Sharknadoes? Listen, large sharks like that are a team effort, okay? You can't go in one-on-one with them unless you're going to get your ass chomped. And so what we do is we team up. And for sharks like that, for the megalodon, you got to have a team, a marine fighting team. And they pull out the exosuits. And they pull out the exosuits to strengthen their punches. And we come at it from all ends. Meanwhile, Sharknadoes, there, you've got to have your anti-gravity shark punching jumpers. And you gotta bounce around the walls, man. They're flying around, you've gotta fly around to punch them. I love BSPE, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Puppet Boy. Big shark punching energy is always the right answer. No, but you care about that shark you can't punch. Well, hell yeah, there's a shark I can't punch. That is messed up. Who wouldn't be pissed off that there's a shark there mocking you because you can't punch it? But one day, that shark's gonna get punched Believe you me. I'm currently stalling Dr. Sherman so you can continue teaching us about shark punching, Captain T. Good move. Excellent. Sharks have gained intelligence and there's a president. Yeah, we live in the Sharkist timeline. I know this. There's treaties and everything with the Sharkists, the Sharkists. It's very frustrating. But that's okay. One day, we're going to get them. Here, Void, let me show you what I'm talking about. So what you got here is you've got Sharkicism, which is the religion. And you've got the surface Sharkicism, which is the land dwellers. And you've got the abyssal Sharkicism, which is the sea dwellers. And so Sharkicists of both kinds are a problem, but really the abyssal Sharkicists are the worst case scenario. Captain T, I'm finally free to join your unit. My old captain deserved it, but dear God, what have I done? A, if any member of the Shark Punching Center is stifling your capability of punching sharks, then honorable combat is the only way to deal with them. Hands up and hands down. Hello, is Bigfoot an SCP? Well, I don't really care about these SCP nerds and their whole Deviant database, but I can tell you that the entity you know as Bigfoot is SCP-1000, as these nerds call it. The vibes are fire, though. Love shark punching. Hell yeah! The unpunchable shark is Sherm's enemy, and the trees are Dr. Sherman's enemy. So all I have to do is show him some trees and claim they were screaming, and we can learn more about shark punching. You're confusing me a little bit. I don't know what you're talking about here. How do you spell your name? Is it not in the title of the stream? Can you not see it? Is the title too long and that's why you can't see it? Dr. Sherman wants to make a tree scream even worse than you want to punch the unpunchable shark. What? First off, no one wants anything more than I want to punch that damn absence of punchable shark. Secondly, make a tree scream? kind of stupid ass goal is that? Your nerd's more of an idiot than I thought. Dr. Sherman, show us the hand spider. Do I look like a doctor to you? What the hell? Who the hell do you think I am? Captain Tiberius Shermaine of the Shark Punching Center. That's who. Your little nerd is off somewhere, don't know what he's doing, don't care. I don't know what any hand spider's about. If it's not a shark and I'm not punching it, I don't care. Agent Silly Boy, if you like the music, it's from the album Destruction Device by Kevin MacLeod. It's very suitable. Shark punching music. Show us the shark. I don't have a real shark on hand, but I do have a training dummy here for pugilism practice. Aren't you the SCP guy? Operative BJ, you got it flipped. I'm the SPC guy, the Shark Punching Center. Dark Duality, thank you for being a member. What the sharks ever do to you? Obviously, you don't come from the sharkest timeline. Sharks have taken over 70 to 90% of the known ocean. They have driven humanity into small pockets of land. The sharks are humanity's greatest enemy. But don't you worry. We are here to defend humanity. We are here to punch those sharks into the next week, into irrelevancy. Site Director Stone, thank you for donating again. If a shark punches sharks, is it a good shark? I've never known a shark to punch a shark. I've never seen a traitor to shark kind. But if we got a shark that punches sharks, we could use a fin on the inside. Can I punch this guy? I'm getting tired of him calling the doc a nerd. Bring it on. I look forward to it. Fists up, hands down. We're gonna do this. Come and get it. Unfailing Eagle. Thank you for your first donation to today's Shark Punching Clinic. Make sure to grab yourself some sweet bling brass knuckles. Ornament them. That way your punches shine with the glory of victory. Grab them at the armory on your way past. Now, you asked, yo, Cap T, are the deep ones close enough to sharks? Their ugly maw are pretty similar. I can deal 1d3 plus my brawl skill, Call of Cthulhu rule set. The deep ones, certain ones ally with the sharks and certain ones don't. So just like we have a certain section of the whales and the dolphins on our side in the battle against the sharks, certain of the deep ones fight with the sharks and certain ones fight against. Ever since the cosmic shark was defeated, everything's gone to hell in a handbasket and it's always chaos. Factions are changing alliances left and right. So we need to watch out. Brass knuckles are illegal. Not in the fight against sharks, they're not. If we can use exosuits to increase the power of our punches, brass knuckles are in the rules. I punched 100 sharks, Captain T, but one bit my arm. Those are the kind of numbers I want to see you putting up. Now go to medical and get patched up so you're ready to punch more sharks. Duma out of the box now. Mobile Marine Fighting Team 47 needs your skills to help with the sharks. Whatever Marine Fighting Team 47 needs, we got to give it to them because this battle against the sharks is a job for all of us. We need to work together to punch more sharks. Just hire Helldivers to fight the sharks? They're too busy with their space bugs. Plus, they fight with weapons and bombs, without honor. Fists are the only way to go. Is the 729-J in your universe a Blahaj? No, it's not, Cinerus. Blahaj is SCP-3008, and it's going down. No, that 729-J thing that you guys going on is got big shark energy and deserves to be punched, but it's not the same. Card Slayer, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Hey, main man Sherm, how about we add the Power Fist to our shark punching armory? Power Fists? Hell yeah. I love Fists of Power. Strengthening our fists is the way to win. Shark Jumping Walrus, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself a Mai Tai on your way past the armory so that your nerves are dulled and you are loose enough for some drunken boxing with the sharks. As well as being a member, thank you for that as well. Let's fucking go! Have a good one. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Hey, I have a question, because right now the container holding a bunch of great white sharks that are sentient just got out, and they are now sapient and walking on their fins. Any advice? Will evac. Call in the nearest Marine fighting team. How many great whites are there? We need to know. The more, the better. Card Slayer, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Look up the Power Fist from Fallout. Power Fist from Fallout, eh? Maybe their nerd database has some intel on this. Whoa! That thing looks hardcore. Oh, we could do some real punching with some of this kit. Hell yeah! Let's get some Power Fists going for real. The sharks won't know what hit them. Captain T, Planet 789-J has lava sharks. Lava suit, prawn suit requested. Lava sharks? Son of a bitch. 789-J, you say? No, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? SPC 3284-J. SPC 3284 is a species of silicon-based life form that superficially resemble sharks. Instances of SPC 3284 typically inhabit bodies of molten lava and have a unique physiology that allows them to swim through it as easily as an ordinary shark swims through water. They do not seem to require sustenance beyond thermal energy provided by their environment, but will attempt to consume any organic material they can reach. Apparently created by Marshall Carter and Shark Limited, Marshall Carter and Shark genetically engineered these sharks to produce designer sharks to sell to the highest bidders. All right, you need to get Mobile Fist Team Sigma 6, codename Flaming Fists of Fury. They have heat-proof armor for this very scenario. So there you go. Sage, thank you for your first donation to today's clinic. Make sure to grab yourself a pina colada to get ready to drunken box some sharks. What if we just throw Zeus at them? Do you mean the Greek god? Where the hell are you going to get a Greek god to throw at the sharks? Would be convenient if we had some deities. But come on, think rationally here. The only thing that's going to help us out of this mess is our fists. Unfailing Eagle, thank you for donating to the clinic yet again. If you take the Power Fist from Fallout, then put that into the larger Space Marine-sized Power Fist from Warhammer, does that double the punching capacity with each punch? Yo, dog, I heard you like Power Fists. So I put a Power Fist in your Power Fist so you could punch while you punch. Hell yeah, I like the way you're thinking. Combo. CC Diaries. What if we got One Punch Man then? Don't taunt me. Don't taunt me. Such an epic pugilist, such as Saitama, would be the greatest boon to our cause possible. If only we could get a hold of that crazy bald son of a bitch. Felix, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Sir, I made a better mantis shrimp mech for you. Hell yeah, keep up the good work. We will be ready the next time the sharks attack the center. Captain, hey, we have counted approximately 30 trillion. And our on-site security just killed approximately 1 trillion. It was Agent Ogren that died first. Look it up. Look up which team kills sharks that are sapient. 30 trillion sharks. Are you pulling my leg? Because that's an illegal maneuver. We're not supposed to do that in battle. Even a battle of wits. We need to be straightforward here. We need to go forth with dignity and honor when we punch these sharks, whether it's with our fists or with our minds. 30 trillion, give me a break. Blaze for real, welcome to Mobile Fist Team 42. We appreciate your subscription. Sir, you are One Punch Man just with great hair. I appreciate you trying to butter me up, but Saitama, that guy's punches are on another level. You gotta respect the king when it comes to punching. Captain, thoughts on Sharkaganda piece, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. They made the shark a hero. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. No shark or Shark Boy is a hero in any way. And Jeff the land shark, so you're talking about a shark that's on land? What it needs is to get a punch landed in its face. Delta 999, thank you for donating to the clinic yet again. Are sharks even real? I was thinking about this earlier and realized that sharks may not even exist. They're like little illusions created by a high advanced agency called the Factory. Or maybe it wasn't. You gotta get out of your head, man. You gotta get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. When sharks and your fists make contact, you will know what is real. It is the sharks, and you punching them. That's how you do it. I'm gonna make fan art of you, Captain T. Go right ahead, operative. Illusions or not, the sharks are gonna catch these hands. Hell yeah! Why don't you punch sharks less? Signed, totally not a shark. I'm not falling for your trickery, shark. You're gonna get punched more for your deception. By the way, time check. There are 20 minutes left in this clinic. If you have any questions about the punchability of sharks, sharks that need to be punched, shark punching protocols, now is your last chance. I am currently fending them off, but my cyber units are being destroyed more than they can be fabricated. All right, Felix, I've got a backup for you. Just let me, Just stay alive. Stay alive. Okay. All right, So here's the deal. We might be able to use this for good. These SCP nerds got a hold of some of our mechs. Now check this out. SCP-5652. There was a microscopic entity resembling an adult female hammerhead shark. Now these nerds found it inside a body, but the trick is that it was also found with 10 heavily damaged humanoid automatons of similar sizes to this shark, and they were inside the body as well. And they're noted to have disproportionately large hands. And so the trick is, we have shark punching nanobots for when the sharks are too small. All we need to do is get some of our shark punching nanobots, get them to a enlarger, and bring them up to size. Then they can help you in your battle. So get a batch of those nano machines, size them up, and put them to use. Is it true the IRS is led by sharks and hence it's good to not pay taxes? Vagabond, I don't know anything about how the American government works. The Shark Punching Center is not affiliated with any world government. Meanwhile, the shark punching crew helmed by the American government, the UASCII, is a bunch of losers who can't keep track of anything. So, the American government obviously failed at their punching of sharks. Therefore, we don't have to listen to them or their taxes. Hey, Captain, we have a ball that gets bouncier every time it bounces. What do you put that in a glove? Infinite punches that punch harder every time. But that won't stay on your fist, which means it's a projectile, which means it's a problem. So unfortunately, that's not going to work. The refs would never allow it. Captain T, how many sharks am I allowed to punch? Julian's World. The question isn't how many sharks are you allowed to punch. It's how many sharks can you punch? Because if you can punch all of them, by Lord, I hope you punch them. And by Lord, of course, I mean the three-fisted god. Obviously. What are the refs? Why are there refs? Well, every fight needs a ref to make sure the rules are followed, to make sure you fight with honor. And so the refs ring the bell for each round of a Selachian pugilism match. They make sure that you're doing the right thing, that you're not cheating. Gunnarsson, I mean the three-fisted god. I don't know what six-fisted deity you're wondering about. I'm wondering because more fists does sound more better, but we're only followers of the three-fisted god. Do the sharks follow the rules too? Cypher, of course the sharks don't follow the rules. They're sharks. They're scum. That's why we're better than them. Damn, I'm confused. I came late, so I don't know what's happening. Well, junior researcher Sally, we are 14 minutes until the end of this Selachian pugilism clinic. Dr. Sherman is missing. I don't know where that nerd is. People keep asking about him, but I don't care. Captain Tiberius Shermaine of the Shark Punching Center's Marine Fighting Team 42 is here to school you on the ins and outs of shark punching. That way, you're ready for the sharkest timeline. Any SCP sharks to punch? You know what, Torprox? While I've got access to that nerd's database, I might as well take a look. Let's see what kind of sharks they've got on hand. Let's see if there is a quicker way to search this nerd's database. Nope, that didn't work. All right, so what I need to do next then is type this as well. Looks like SCP-539 involves a shark. (1767). Excuse me? No, they can't. They've got one of our agents in captivity. SCP-1767 is an agent believed to be working for an organization of similar structure and purpose to the Foundation. What the hell do you mean they've got a Shark Punching Center agent in custody? Oh, these nerds. When I get out of here, I am busting our man out of here. Screw that. They do not get to hold one of our own. All right, that's enough of this nerd tomfoolery. Captain T, I'm trying to make fan art of you, but it sucks. Hey, keep practicing, because when you're making art with little pens, you're working on your coordination. And the better you get at art, the better you get at punching. True story. Yo, what's up? Carson, thank you for being a member. Captain T is here to inform you about the best ways to punch sharks, but only for 10 more minutes. Captain, when is the doc coming back? I miss him. He was a lot nicer and less scary. I'm plenty nice and I'm not scary at all. The only thing I'm scary to is sharks. You're not a shark, are you? Because if you're a shark, you have to tell me if you're a shark. That's the rules. I'm not, you're just intimidating. I can understand that. My shark punching prowess is through the roof. But you don't have to worry if you're not a shark. I would never punch an innocent person who was not a shark. Still no money right now. Don't try punching space sharks. Trust me, look up 40K space sharks. Hey, I don't care if there's 50K of them. They're gonna get punched even if they're in space. If I need to get a rocket to go to space and punch some sharks, well, that's gonna happen. Are these sharks or are they people calling themselves sharks? I don't care if they're surface sharkacists. I only care if they're abyssal sharkacists. Actual sharks. Now the street sharks, they're getting punched. I've seen street sharks, and they need a solid punch in their rollerblading faces. Felix, thank you for donating to the clinic again. Sir, the admirals are asking about my dead captain. Don't you worry, son. When I'm done here in 7 minutes, I'll talk to the admirals. We'll get you in the clear. Does he even know what he's saying? Yin Yang Plush, you fool. You absolute maddened person. The only thing I know for sure is punching sharks. You're being so mean to sharks for no reason. Totally not a shark. I will not fall for your trickery, you duplicitous Selachian scum. What's up with the tennis ball? Pterodactyl dude, I've explained this a couple times, but you probably just got here. Earlier, I broke my grip strengthener because of my sick, strong fists. And so this tennis ball is a secondary level. I have the grip strength trainer, but it's for coordination. If I pop the tennis ball, it means I squeeze too hard. And that means that I will not be able to control myself in a shark punching scenario. You can't be careless when there's sharks to punch. So you need to conserve your strength. You need to use the right amount of tension at the right time to deliver the final punch. This guy is scary yet chill at the same time. The only person that needs to be scared of me is not a person because they're a shark. Don't you worry. I'm here to protect all of you non-combatants from the shark menace. Aether, thank you for your first donation to this Selachian Pugilism clinic. I appreciate your membership as well. Make sure you grab yourself a solid pair of boxing gloves and start training at the armory for your shark punching. Hey, Sherman. It's Captain Tiberius Shermaine, thank you. When did you transfer into this division? Normally you stay in your labs or your office. Oh, you think I'm that nerd, Dr. Sherman? Who needs that nerd? I don't know what he's even doing. I'm Captain Tiberius Shermaine of the Shark Punching Center's Marine Fighting Team 42. I'm here to recruit you all for shark punching. The only thing that is honorable to do in this, the sharkest timeline. Carson, thank you for donating to this clinic for the first time as well as being a member. Grab yourself some hot sauce on your way past the bar, tiki bar. That way, you're amped up for punching. What if I lived in a landlocked state with no nearby aquariums? Go get yourself some shark fin stew and eat it in front of the shark for psychic damage. Good idea on that last bit. And don't worry, the sharks have been transforming, which is why we have to so thoroughly punch them. They come on land. They walk around on creepy human-esque legs with fists coming out of their tentacles, and they destroy buildings at certain sizes. So don't worry, the sharks will come to you, ready to be punched. Ugh. Oh, that tingling sensation is getting stronger. What is this? Some sort of security thing? Who put all of these beer cans in my office? What? Are we live? Staff. What do you mean, Captain? Who's Tiberius? You know what? I could use a drink. Oh. You would not believe the day I had. After my field mission yesterday at Bodega Bay, I showed you. You guys were there. I was with the agents on the way back to the office. And I ended up pulled through some dimensional bullshittery. And I just spent the day getting pummeled by agents of the Shark Punching Center. They kept saying, "You're not our captain. You're not our captain." And then they threw me in the ring with a set of boxing gloves. And they kept punching me. By the end, I started to use some completely non-anomalous trickery, thank you. Completely non-anomalous trickery. And I was able to make it look like I defeated them in combat. And they granted me this Amulet of the 8 Fists. I don't know if this is an award or something else. We got to test this. How are you guys doing? Dr. Sherman, I fought lava sharks and other sharks with the SPC Tiberius Marina Shermaine guy. Were there sharks here? And it appears in this timeline you were the captain of the Shark Punching Center, signed the Scarlet Queen. Skill issue, Sherm, you should have punched harder. Glory to the three-fisted god. Eesh. What is playing? This is so aggressive. Give me some chill vibes. I've got a headache. Okay, that's more of a vibe. Okay, I see. Carson, thank you for, it looks like your second donation and your third donation. Thank you for 2 donations. Tiberius. Yeah, that's that guy you keep talking about. And then, Sherm, get yourself some beef stew and dumplings. Well, I am hungry. So yeah, that might be it. Our nerd is back. Well, good to see you too, Amber. Voidstorm, thank you for 2 ridiculously generous donations in a row, as well as being a member. What I want you to do is I want you to go to the commissary, and when you talk to the person in charge of the commissary, you tell them that Dr. Sherman has a migraine. I don't, but you're going to tell them I do. Because then they are going to give you something very special. And they're going to think it's for me, but no, it's for you. And you enjoy that for your generosity. And you said 2763 before you mentioned loving my content, which I enjoy that you enjoy our education about the SCPs. Sorry I couldn't be here for today's lesson, office hours. I was busy getting battered by the Shark Punching Center. But I did what you have to do when the Shark Punching Center has you, which is you have to assert dominance through pugilism. Okay, you mentioned 2763, right? Let me peek at that real quick. What? Why do I have access to the entire Shark Punching Center database? Okay, let's leave that open. This could be interesting. This could be useful later. All right, I guess I've got tonight's research in line. SCP 2763. This is the tragedy of SCP-2763, a modern Euclid tale. It looks like a Shakespearean play. Opening monologue and all. Interesting. That would be a fun performance to have sometime. Couple of, all you need is 3 characters, it looks like. Cool recommendation, thank you. Frogman, thank you for donating. I don't know if this is your first donation or not. I just got here, but grab yourself some green tea at the commissary just in case. No one tell him I stole 5514 and gave it to the shark. You gave them Dragon Slayer? Why would they want that? It's not even a Shark Slayer. Felix, thank you for your first donation that I've noticed. Grab some Cheetos at the commissary. Sherman, I can explain. I have a second job. A second job? Doing what? What's more important than working for the Foundation? Site Director Stone, thank you for your first donation of this stream that I've noticed. Grab yourself some pixie sticks at the commissary. Hey, Dr. Sherman, the tree finally screamed. If that fucking tree screamed while I was gone and I couldn't witness it, I will burn this site to the ground. I will not have some anomalous dimensional tomfoolery stop me from my mission. I will be checking the recordings. Unfailing Eagle, thank you for your first donation of the stream that I have noticed. Grab yourself a Twinkie Wiener sandwich at the commissary. Sup, nerd? What top 5 SCPs you think would look up if informed Gullible was written on the ceiling? Probably the Misters. The Misters are all pretty dumb. Cyber Scorpion, thank you for your first donation that I noticed of this stream. Grab yourself some ramen on your way past the commissary. I sent some blueprints of an aquatic version of my dream scorpion mech. It's a lobster mech. Okay, we're building mechs now? I don't like making anomalies. I don't like building anomalies. Can we not make a mech? Unless it's for containing anomaly, and then I guess it's fine, but maybe not. I need a nap. Dog Boy, thank you for your first donation, as well as being a member of the stream that I noticed. Grab yourself a hot dog on your way past the commissary. I left for a bit. Where did the other guy go? I guess there was a guy from the shark punching center here, and apparently we may have switched places for a time, but I'm back. I'm here. I don't think I'm going to make it through a full stream, though. I only got so much in me. I took a lot of punches. A lot of punches. Aether, thank you for your first donation that I notice here. As well as being a member, grab yourself a loaded baked potato on your way past the commissary. And I'm having a screen error right now, so let me reset my browser. Come on, catch up with me. While this is loading and taking forever. Do you have your coffee on hand, Doc? Intern child, I do not. I just literally apparated into existence here. And that's why this anomalous fluid will have to do. You can take Arnica Montana capsules for bruises, Doc. Thank you, Stormfeld. I appreciate medical checking in. I'll be by to see you guys soon. Trust me. Hey, Dr. Sherman, you okay? You look like you need something to cool off with. I left you some vanilla bean ice cream outside your office door. It was Abel's idea. It was scared of that Shermaine guy. Yeah, sounds like that Shermaine guy was intense. I do appreciate the ice cream. That sounds really good right now. Sage, thank you for your first donation of this stream that I've noticed. Grab yourself some gelato on your way past the commissary. Hypothetically, if SCP-096 saw its own face in a mirror, would it try to kill itself? No, it knows what its own face looks like, which is why it hates when other people know how ugly it is. So, it would not care if it saw itself. It would just care if someone else saw it. Okay. Frogman, you better get Dragon Slayer back by tomorrow. We are not giving that to the Shark Punching Center. Okay. All right, guys. I have successfully battled the Shark Punching Center in the ring, and I made it back to my home dimension, and I'm very tired. So I'm going to sign off now. Just disregard everything that Captain Tiberius Shermaine had to say, because we're not punching sharks. We're containing the anomalous. Chris and I would love a Butterfinger coffee right now. Cyber Scorpion, thank you for donating again. Yesterday, the reason I wasn't streaming is I was about a mile away watching with you. You were nearby in the field at Bodega Bay? I didn't know that. The agents should have caught that. I'll have to reprimand them. Okay, at the end of every stream, I traditionally tell you my favorite SCPs, and they're not the ones I wrote because that's cheating. But you can read them at my author page, which is on the wiki. And there you can become a patron or a channel member, and I'd appreciate that because it helps us to fund our team of containing anomalies and making broadcasts about that. And so my favorite SCPs in no particular order are 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and 8980. Trigger warning on the last one, that's a rough one. Void Storm, why is there a shark outside my window? Thank you for donating again, and are you underwater? Because at least then that makes sense if you're in a marine base. If you're not in a marine base, that's much more worrying. Now, one more time, favorite SCPs, 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, 8980. Content warning on the last one. We love you, Dr. Sherm. The captain was very fun to chat with, but I'm glad you're back. Well, I'm glad that the captain didn't mess you guys up and insult you and be rude. I'm glad that at least you had a good time with what was there. Just remember, we're not punching sharks, we're containing anomalies. And by the way, just for outsider information, remember, where I went yesterday, Bodega Bay, is the setting of the Shark Punching Center getting trounced in a archive tale called Do Not Go Gentle Into That Shark Night. It is very good. If you're following on Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky, you might see some art about it very soon that I'm commissioning to spread the word about how cool that archive was. I mean, seeing it through the incursions was incredible. So read that thing. I'm trying to get more people to read it because it's super cool. There's a giant kaiju fight. It was awesome. I didn't realize until I was commissioning the artist to get this done that Mr. Hands is a human, half shark kaiju. It's Attack on Titan, but a shark with Cthulhu tentacles with fists on the end. Isn't that the coolest freaking thing? So yeah, keep an eye on the social medias. I'm trying to make some art happen to advertise this thing because people need to see this story. It was so cool. The archival records will turn you up. It's really cool. Mr. Hands, the Shark Human Titan Kaiju. Unfailing Eagle, thank you for donating again. Bye, Doc. Gotta get back to making my TTRPG campaign. Remember, Scientia Mors Est, nerds. All right, go make your game. Fun times. Void Storm, thank you for donating again. Oh God, the shark has legs and a bazooka. Think there's an anomalous entity outside my house. That's intense. Call security. Call security. Fire of Hades, thank you for becoming a member here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. And then thank you for gifting 5 memberships. If you gained one of those memberships, make sure you thank Fire of Hades 20 for their generosity. That's the right thing to do when you're gifted a membership. All right. So, with all of that, it is time for me to go see medical. Felix, thank you for donating again. Do I have to explain why I work with both jobs? You better have a damn good reason for double agenting with the Shark Punching Center if that's what you mean. You better watch yourself. Be careful. Okay. So, take care, be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you all in the office hour stream, which, heads up, is going to be early tomorrow. It's going to be early because I have testing in the afternoon. So I'm going to do that later or earlier. Early coffee break tomorrow. Be aware. Be ready. All right. Secure, contain, protect. I'll see you tomorrow. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Huh!